Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about The Mutants, which is the fourth story in Season 9 of Doctor Who. I'm going to be honest, one of my least favorite stories in John Porte's era. I did not enjoy this. There were things I liked about it, a lot of things I didn't like about it, so let's just delve right into it. So, the, I did like the villain of this episode. He's so over the top and just nasty. He's like this power loving maniac. I love me a hammy villain, but I don't think he's as hammy as the guy from the Pirate Planet, who always shouted, Mr. Vickerly! I just feel like things in a story take way too long to happen. This did not need to be a six-podal. It definitely could have been a four-podal, perhaps even a two-podal, because not much actually happens in the story. Um, I mean, things happen, but the middle episodes could have been combined into one because a lot of the middle episodes of the story do nothing. All they do is set up the cliffhanger for the next episode, and it just keeps going on and on and on. So you're like, okay, get on with it. I like the scientist guy who's been investigating these mutants and is trying to speed up the process. I I think it's cool, the whole idea of the mutations, humans mutating into the bug creatures, into the big rainbow people. It's being like a evolution and how it's actually going to save the planet, but everybody thinks the planet is doomed. Stuff like this works. I just feel like it takes so long to get there, or you just don't really care by the end of it. Grant gets a lot to do here. It's right here actually. He helps these prisoners escape, so he's able to disarm somebody and point a gun at them for like the second season in a row. Because he also did the same thing in Mind Robber. Honestly, he's kind of a badass. I love Joe. He's also clever in the ways he kind of lies to the marshal to kind of say like, so he's not going to tell them the Time Lord sent them there, obviously, so he's a bit more clever than that. I don't know, I'm a huge fan of Joe Grant. I'm not biased because I met her at a con a couple years ago. Um, I loved her before that, so. Also like the guards in this story, they're not like your typical, guards who have like no lines and just obey the guy who's giving them orders. They actually have some empathy to Joe and that other guy, and they save them. I don't know. I like when the subordinates, if you will, are given more of a personality and they actually get to make active choices within the story. You don't really see that much. Kind of stupid though, because like when they're like talking with the doctor, they forget that they have their communicators on and the boss could hear everything they're saying. So they're kind of dumb, but I don't know. At least an effort was made. So many characters in the story. There's also like the caveman people or the Vikings or whatever the fuck who saved Joe. Um, I, they're cool. I mean, they don't really get much to do, but the story just feels so long. Um, my favorite thing though is the scenes that were shot in the caves. Those look incredible. So like psychedelic with the lights and everything. I love that. I love how they actually filmed in a cave instead of making a cave set because it wouldn't have looked as good. That's definitely my favorite episode. Was all the scenes set in the cave. The scene set in the spaceship, boring as fuck. I hated that. This episode is based on the Seed story, which kind of reminds me of like a Patrick Troughton episode or maybe a Tom Baker episode. But and it still has the John Porty era because they have like a lot of political messaging too, which is pretty well handled, I'd say. I just think the story is so fucking boring. It's like I don't know if I was just tired from going to the gym or going to my boxing class, but I would like almost fall asleep watching this episodes. The Mutants works better than any melatonin, I swear, especially the middle episodes, because it doesn't even get going till the end. So, am I too hard on the story? Is the Mutants actually a secret masterpiece? I don't really know what the fans think about this one. I try to stay off like reviews and stuff. I like to make my own opinions. So let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of the Mutants. Is it the best story ever, or does it kind of suck? Like, I think it sucks. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, peace.